like a constable. We'll just call him. I guess we'll use the British words for it. Normally we'd say police, but that's for Americans. Yes, he's like, why is the town so quiet? And Leng Qing, I forgot, it doesn't imply cold. It just means it's quieter than usual. Anyway, let me go head back to Yunfan. Let's see. What's so what's so special about being a constable? All of you ganging up on a mute. What's so? Is that really a show of your ability? Or basically, like, why are all of you ganging up on just one mute person? Leader. And this is Sang Qing, or like, that is Sang, right? I'm just gonna make double sure because sometimes I read things wrong, and you never know. Yes, I was right. Good. Like, this is Sang Qing. He's a head constable here. Sang Putou. Let's see. He says, Mr. Huang Fu. Let's see. Yunfan says, like, Leader Huang Fu, you came at the right time. Let's see. In Kaifeng, are police just allowed to capture arrest whoever they please? Anyway, this soldier says, Bing Shi says, like, you whelp, quit talking nonsense.
皇甫先生，这2天城里好些人忽然浑身发冷，然后就昏迷不醒，大夫全都束手无策。大人怕是瘟疫，下令把病人先都集中到城外隔离起来。
Oh, that's interesting. Anyway, 束手无策 it means like I have no idea what to do. Oh, okay, never mind. You got it. 权益. Anyway, let's see. Mr. Huang Fu, these past few days, in the last 2 days, or I guess like in the last few days, everyone in the city has been coming down with, has all of a sudden gone, their body, let's see, what's the best way to put it? Have suddenly ended up with their bodies completely going cold, and afterwards, they faint and they faint and never get back up. The doctors are at a complete loss of what to do. Let's see. The leader was afraid that it was some kind of epidemic. Wenyi is like a epidemic, right? I'm just gonna make sure, but I believe that's what it means. Plague. Yeah, maybe that's the better way to put it. I was afraid it's some kind of plague. So he made an order to have all of the sick people gather outside the, let's see. Gather in Geli is like, oh, I see. Let's see. Like, have them gather near the outside of the city. Or next to it, basically. Or, sorry, no. It means isolate them outside the city. My bad. I'm just, apparently, I was like, Geli is like, to separate someone away, sequester them.
可是这人仗着有几分蛮力，硬是不让我们带走他娘子。城中这许多性命，岂能由他如此而行？
I see. So this is a little bit more complicated than we originally thought. Sang Qing says, like, but this person seems to have some kind of seems to be quite able, and he refuses to allow us to take his mother away. Let's see. With so many lives within the city, let's see. Like, how could we let him, let's see. 如此而戏 is like, no, there's a better way. Niang's his wife. Oh, it's wife. Yeah, you're right. I forgot. That's true. Okay, so if you're wondering why I was confused, because in later on in the Qing dynasty, if you address your mother, you would say Niang. But in this case, you're right. In this context, it means wife. Sometimes I forget. And that is, but in like but if you're saying "anyang," it usually means you're calling your mom. But we don't use that word these days. Actually, we don't use 娘子 either for wife anymore, but it's an old way of saying it. You will more likely use 妻子 now. Anyway, sorry. Just explaining in case you're learning Chinese. Let's see. Anyways, there are so many with so many lives within the city. How can we allow him to do this? Or how allow him to play around?
如此权宜也罢，眼下状况只能如此。
Let's see. Being quite so expedient. Oh well. It looks like in these circumstances I have no choice, or there's only one choice.
This. 你到底是站在哪边的
Or in these circumstances, I guess there is no choice. There you go. Yunfan said, "Hey, just whose side are you on?"
门内之人于阁下，或许万般重要，但若瘟疫蔓延，使得万千开封百姓受害，望阁下莫为一己之私，铸成大错。
All right. I think he's... Yes, basically, in case you're wondering, yes, he's trying to ask him, Anyway, let's see. Let's see. The person... I'm sure... To you, sir, or 阁下 is referring to him in this case. Sir, I'm sure the person within the... The person within is of great importance to you, but... If we were to allow the plague to stay, it would cause 10,000s and thousands of the people within Kaifeng harm. I know that's cause harm to 10,000s and thousands of the people within Kaifeng. Let's see. 一己之私 is for the sake of your it's kind of your own. I'm just also trying to think of a good way to translate it. But it just means for one, if you're for a more selfish purpose, I guess is the best way to put it. Oh, Illusion Queen, are you still there? I'm just joking. I hope that you will not, for the sake of one selfish desire, end up creating great harm, or creating great trouble. Basically, yeah, for the sake of your selfish, or for the sake of one of your desires, you create harm create great harm for many in this case. This is Zi Zi. He said, I don't think he can speak properly, but he's just saying, Oh, 雨柔。
这位大哥，小妹修习医术多年，可否让我看看尊夫人的症状？
This is 才子. Oh, 才子. Sorry. Oh, it looks so similar. So 才 looks similar to the word for purple, which is 子. So I was oops. Yes, it's 才. 木材. Or it's yeah, it is 木材, isn't it? From what I remember, that is correct, right? Yeah. It's the word for wood, the firewood. Let's see. 才子. Yuro says Sir, I have studied the medicinal arts for many years. Let's see. Would you allow me to look at your? Let's see. Look at your wife's not status. Would you allow me to look at your wife? Not at your wife's illness. I'm trying to think in English. What do we call that? Would you allow me to look at your wife's condition? There you go. In this case, it means medical condition, but don't worry about it. I get. Unfortunately, he doesn't seem like he's able to speak, but I'm sure he's.
延误诊治，只会对病人有害。
Let's see. If we delay treatment, it can only cause more harm to the patient. Okay, he's relented. He's like, okay, you know what? I'm sure he's just worried about the game. Game, why you do this? Mutes can't normally make sounds through their throat. I think maybe more in this case, I don't know what the game's doing right now, but in this case, he's maybe not mute in that sense, but it could be has a speech impediment. Yeah, I don't know why the game did that. Sorry about that, guys.
唐姑娘。
Oh, he was about to say her first name. Jiang Yunfan. Miss Tang?
无妨。
Right. I know, game freaked out a bit. Oh yay! It's Shogunai. You know, it's like I might as well. I know. I was like, that's the word. Wu Fang is like, or like Shogunai. Anyway, in Japanese, in case you've heard that word before, it just means like, oh, can't be helped. Or oh, looks like this is. I guess I gotta do it. Let's see. It says, after 2 hours. 2 hours later. That elegant poppin'. Oh, it's a quarter hour? What? But wait, oh no. 一刻钟. Oh wait, it was 一刻, wasn't it? Oh, whoops. It's not 时辰. Oh no. Sorry, you're right. It is a quarter hour. After a quarter of an hour. After 50 minutes, Cai Zhi is wondering how the treatment went.
唐小姐，如何？
Miss Tang, how is it?
不是瘟疫，是中了毒。当务之急是先保持病人体温，然后速速寻找解药。胡乱隔离病人，只怕会加重病情。
Oh no. Game? What is going on? Anyway. Yuro says like, it is not a plague. She's been poisoned. Let's see. The most urgent thing was to make sure that her body temperature is maintained. That the patient's body temperature is maintained. And afterwards, we must hurry and find the antidote. Let's see. If we put her in the midst of all of the of all the isolated patients, or sorry, there's a word for this. Containment? No. There's a word for this. Or remember, there's a word in English. So like when you have people who are sick, it's like, I guess it's contained, right? If she is put together with all of the sick people who have been contained, I'm afraid it might only add to her sickness. Oh yeah, 人命关天, quarantine. Yes, I was just like, there's an English word for this. I couldn't think of it. Anyway, quarantine. There you go. That's the more accurate word than isolating sick people, which is basically quarantining them. I do not know what is going on in the game right now. But, anyway, 人命关天, there's a famous series, a lot of series use that, saying all the time.
人命关天，今日单凭姑娘一句话，便由这许多病人待在城中。若是姑娘诊断有误，瘟疫蔓延，又该如何？
Right. People's lives are of the utmost importance. Today, let's see. If we were to take you on your one word and allow so many of these sick people to stay within the city, if your diagnosis is incorrect and the plague spreads, then what shall we do?
唐姑娘医病可在行了，不可能弄错。
Let's see. Miss Tang is a is a professional in medicinal arts. There's no way she would be mistaken.
这位大人，若是我能使病人好转，大人是否就相信小女子的诊断？
Sir, Sir, if I am able to, let's see. If I am able to cure this this sick person, would you then, let's see. Would you not then believe, no, there's a better way to phrase this. Would you then believe in my diagnosis?
有劳姑娘。
We leave it. We leave it to you, miss. After... Oh, now it has been an hour. After an hour.
柴夫人的状况的确有所好转。唐小姐医术过人，桑某佩服。
Oh, I see. Mrs. Chai clearly has gotten better. Miss Tang's medicinal arts clearly are exceptional. You have my respect. He's like, I have no choice but to respect that. Or like, I respect that.
桑捕头，先前隔离的病人，也得先接回城中好生照顾。如果捕头不反对，皇府愿代为安置。
Okay, cool. Anyway, let's see. Constable Sung, like all of the quarantined sick people, they should first. Let's see. Let's see. They should first be picked up and taken back into the city to be cared for. If you do not mind, I am willing to make arrangements for them on your behalf.
如此，桑某多谢皇甫先生。
If you do, the Constable Sang says, like, if you could do that, I would be grateful to you, Mr. Huang Fu.
唐姑娘，你看起来不大好，你没事吧？
Yunfan said, Miss Tang, you don't look well. Are you alright?
没关系。
Oh dear, I hope she's not overspending herself. If the doctor gets sick, that's a bad thing. Yuro says, it's fine. I'm fine.
有关毒源一事，
There is something about the source of the poison I have to mention.
哦，唐小姐可有线索？
Oh, Miss Tang, do you have some clues?
没什么。
Or I guess he's like, as to the source of the poison, ... It's nothing.
雨柔现下只能先安稳病情，要治本，还需找到解药。
Let's see. For now, all I can do is to stabilize the patient. In order to cure them completely, we must find the antidote. And yes. Yeah, okay. Well, we got this.
如此大规模的中毒，毒极有可能混在水源或是食物之中。
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. Game! Anyway, 治本 is like to cure it at the permanently. Completely. Long Yo says like a poison of this great scale. You know, also I should tell you that this is the word for scale in Japanese. Just because I had to learn it for the Japanese test I took. Anyway, let's see. A poison of this great scale, it must be that the poison is mixed in with the, let's see, mixed in with the water source, or it must be within, or it may have been mixed in with food.
公子所言极是，桑某这便去调查。先行告辞。
Let's see. The constable Sang says, sir, you must. 所言极是 is like what you said is right. Like, Let's see. Sir, what you've said sounds about right. I will now go and to investigate. Well then, I will take my leave now.
我们先回去吧，看看府中家人可有线索。
Let's see. Let us go home first. Let's see whether the family in my manor have any clues. Have any clues about this? All right, let's go back to the manor, and we'll switch to. Yeah, we'll keep our current party leader for now. Let me save here on the 13. Okay, so guys, it's looking like... Okay, we may have about 10 minutes or so. 10 to 20 minutes. I'm not going to bother talking to the NPCs unless we have a side quest we must do. Let's see. The map is already available, but before we go into the Huangfu family manor, why don't we go... Excuse me. Why don't we go ahead and do a little bit of shopping first? And exploring. Game, why you do this? Doctors can cure others but not themselves. Oh, sorry, I just noticed you had written that. Yeah, it's kind of true, right? That's why doctors often work in other teams of doctors. Oh, that's a government building. But we can't go there right now. I don't think there's much of anything else we can do on this side. I'm just gonna look for items. We walk at the speed of a sloth. So it's an empty food stand. You know, that's not very... Oh, I see. I forgot. The reason why it's empty is because all the people are sick, so they won't be able to actually do much. That's why Mr. Huang was saying, you know, this is normally a lot more people, but there's an epidemic going around. Oh man, a lot of people died to the... Speaking of plagues, I just remember the most famous plague in history, the Black Death. So many people died to it in Europe and Asia. And the other thing that also killed a lot of people was smallpox. Smallpox, basically wrecked the indigenous population here in the Americas. Or I guess like, well, maybe not here in the US, but in the Mexican, like in Central America with the Mayans, Aztec, and like the many other tribes. A lot of people were killed by... They weren't killed by the Spanish, they were killed by smallpox. I always think it's kind of ironic that the name for smallpox in Chinese is Tianhua, which means heavenly flower, but it was not heavenly at all, so... It's just kind of ironic that such a disease... I'm not going to talk to you. A disease of such terrifying magnitude is just called heavenly flower in Chinese. It's so interesting how it can make something so deadly sound so poetic. So, just thought I'd let you guys know. So yeah, don't get heavenly flowers. It's actually not a good thing. And please take your vaccines. Seriously, I know there can, like, maybe some people have side effects from it, but, like, seriously, no. Do not spread smallpox in like, our countries. Like, no. Just no. Smallpox is no fun. And don't endanger your kids, or yourself, or other people for that matter, just because you couldn't be bothered to take a vaccine. Or all the vaccines you need. I wonder who has poisoned the city, though. Now that I'm speaking of horrifying diseases and poisons. I guess I can't actually buy anything if no shops are open. Good point. I forgot. There's kind of no point of going anywhere here because no shopkeeper is well enough to sell me stuff. Nope. Yeah. Nope. It's all guards, so there's kind of no point doing anything. Hey, it's the rear end. Oh. Okay, well, he's just saying he's tired. The rough idea is like, man, I'm so tired, and we don't even know anything about the plague. Yeah, nope. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that all the experts who could have identified the poison are all got hit by the poison. So they were like, the constables were just like, what do we do? Okay, well, I don't think there's anything I can do in this area. Only the winery still has a shopkeeper. Well, I guess he was lucky. I'm sure when later on we'll have more people, that'll be cooler, but for now we don't have that ability. And I don't have super dash either, so this game does not allow you to super dash, so we just have to make do with what we got. Our current running speed. Okay, there's kind of, I feel like I should explore much later when there's actually people. So for now, let's just go into the Huangfu family matter, because we're not gonna do jack squat. Not gonna be able to do anything for now. The size of the city makes you feel like the running is really slow. Yeah, no kidding. Kaifeng is actually quite a big city. I forgot it. I think it's still... Does this city still exist, or was it renamed? I think it might be... the actual city might be renamed now? Or I don't remember if Kaifeng still exists in modern China. That's a good question. I guess while we're busy strolling through the park, let's look up Kaifeng. I know, I actually have time to do this. Alright, let's see. Where are we? Okay, good. We're getting there. Slowly. Yes, it still exists. It's still here. It's still in the city exists even in modern China. So it is possible you could actually visit it too. It was apparently it's in Henan, Shen or Henan province. So there's actually quite a lot of places you can visit in China. Everyone thinks it's like China's this monolithic country, which is not true. People are quite different, and you even have like the. So apparently it was the capital of Songchao. Anyway. Well, obviously the modern city doesn't look like this anymore. This is ancient Kaifeng, not modern Kaifeng. Alright, it's nice to be back.
门主，您回来了。
Anyway, the follower says like, Leader, you've returned.
有位自称蜀山灵音的道长来访，现下正在厢房查看病人。
Oh? Let's see. There is a Taoist named Ling Ying who says he has come from Shu Mountain to visit. Right now, he is in the Shuangfang. Let's see. I forgot which room that is. It's like one of the wings. She. Oh, right. Yeah, I know. I forgot. You can't say the pronouns. So it's a she. Okay, well, thank you for letting me know ahead of time, just to till we don't get confused. In Chinese, you can actually just mention someone by name but not tell you their gender. So like you don't know until later. So, but in English, unfortunately, we don't have a neutral gender, so you have to use he or she. But it'd be weird if I said like he or she is here. Let's see. Maybe I should have said there is someone instead of there is a I should have said there is someone who claims to be from Shu's Mountain named Ling Ying, who is a Taoist, who has come to visit. And right now, that person, she is looking at she is in one of the wings A wing room. It's like the wing room. I don't know what else to say. Wing room.